Welcome back. It's been a year since Wuthering Waves released, and currently we are in the middle of Chapter 2. In a span of a year, Wuthering Waves' story already progressing throughout two major regions, Huanglong and Rinashita. Every act that has been released until now takes around 3 to 4 hours. It is short compared to other big gacha games, but the players loves the story, and most importantly, the players loves the characters that appear in the story. How they manage to pull this off? How they manage to make the characters being loved by the player in such a short of time? Wuthering Waves launched on 23rd of May 2024 with a rough start. Optimization issue, numerous bugs that prevent player progression, and most importantly, the story is too confusing to follow as a new player. The story itself starts with Rover wake up at Georges of Spirit in Jinzhou without any memories. This meant to represent the player that come into this game without knowing about the world of Solaris 3 itself. However, as soon as you finish the introductory section of the game itself throws so many jargons full of unfamiliar terms that makes the player feel overwhelmed with new information. And the story in 1.0 itself, most of the time just running around to solve the puzzle that Jinxie left behind with minimum amount of clues about how to solve it. I will remind you that at this point, Rover just wake up with no memories not too long ago. In narrative point of view, this puzzle meant to be difficult, so no information gets leaked out to outside force. But from gameplay perspective, it's just bad game direction. And with that bad first impression, many people cannot experience the ending of 1.0 because they potentially already dropped the game. Now, Wuthering Waves in a position where even the player itself doubt if they are truly capable to manage the game. How will Kuro answer to this player doubt, and how much time for them to find the answer? Well, turns out it's not too long at all. Version 1.1 launched with a bunch of quality of life based on player feedback and one of my favorite story quests. Why? Because the game is showing what they are truly capable of. They show more of in-game animation, more character expression, and showing how the character grows within the story. There is a reason why I like Jinxie and Changli in the story so much, because both show that they can grow as a character. They are showing how both understand each other, learn from the past and surrounding, and most importantly is about how they found their own resolve within the story. Yeah, at this point I feel that Wuthering Waves managed to find the answer that they are searching for. To write a good story, all the game needs to do is to show that all the characters belong to Solaris 3. Making them grow with their own feeling and resolve about the world that they are living in is a great way to show that they are belong here. So now, left Rover. How to make Rover belong to Solaris 3? Since the start of the game, Rover feels like a blank slate character. However, it changed with version 1.3. Right after Shorekeeper saved Rover from being swallowed by the Necrostar and become a part of that system, for the first time, we see Rover takes action on their own. Gone, the name given by the player, and replaced as Astral Modulator during their monologue to save Shorekeeper. This becomes a wake-up call for Rover, that every little thing that they may have might be gone someday if they do not take action. At the same time, this means Rover is no longer a blank slate character for the player. They break from their cocoon and finally starting their journey to grow and become a main character that truly belong not only to Wuthering Waves but also belong in Solaris 3. After version 1.3, we see how Rover grow as a character in the game. Rover now has their own voices. Rover has more dialogue without the players to decide what they have to say. They have more inner monologue for their own thinking. And Rover shows more expression compared to how they are at the start of the game. Slowly, Rover learns about the value of humanity. Version 2.0, Rover learns about fate and order and the consequences of both. Rover learns about regrets and grudges can affect people through Captain Ahab in 2.1. In 2.2, Rover learns about the value of sacrifices through both Cantarella and Cartetia. In 2.3, Rover with Giacona learned about the bravery to speak the truth even though the world denied it. In 2.4, Rover learned to trust someone from Rupa and Cartetia. And in the recent patch 2.5, Rover learned about obsession, promises and losses and how it can affect people, like Frolova. The story quest basically showing a different side of coin from Rover. Rover that choose to forget the past and start over, while Frolova choose to hold onto those memories and walk with the burdens. The beauty of Wuthering Waves story is not from a long narrative or about stopping the lament. The beauty lies within the journey. As Rover travel around the world, see the character that appear in the story grow and witness the value of humanity, both the good and the bad, and how it can shape the civilization. Maybe along the way, Rover will find out that the solution is not to build a tower that reaches to the heavens, but just a symbol of humanity will to live.